Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Kristi. We are taking the woo-woo out of manifesting. We have a very important topic to discuss related to manifesting. The topic of today is manifesting health outcomes. This is an important one because a lot of times I think we think that our health is out of our hands. It is not. Going in with the Combat Brows Gel Brow. I do that before my skincare because if I do it after my skincare, it's like too greasy of a surface and I can't like fill in my brows after, so I do it first. I'm using my lash mirror to do this morning. So manifesting health outcomes is an important thing because your greatest asset in life is your health. If you have thoughts about your health that you do not keep in check, then it can hold you back in a lot of ways. So today I have a mammogram. Back in maybe the first or second vlog that I did, I had talked about how I had a mammogram, it had an abnormal finding, and they wanted me to come back for a follow-up. And that was, I think in early December, so it's like almost a 2-month time frame where I can go within my mind and decide what I want this outcome to be. And I also talked about how my mom had a history of cancer. She passed away from cancer when I was 23. I'm 42, that's almost 20 years ago. All right, perfect. Brows are on. While I'm waiting on that to dry, I want to be more intentional about wearing lip color, and I really like effortless beauty, so I've been enjoying these Sachu lip stains. So I think today I want to go in with this one. Mauve is the color. I'm still trying to figure out which ones I like. I have remnants of this one on right now. Like, this is what I wore on my date last night. It is still somewhat on my lips this morning. This is the color Get Ready, and it's a nice red. I used it as a base for my red lipstick last night. So we're gonna go in with this and get this going while my brows are setting. All right, very good. So I mentioned in that video that the way that I wanted to approach manifesting this health outcome is that last year I had a mammogram with an abnormal finding. I went back for an ultrasound and the doctor was like, okay, this is like 99% most likely to be benign. I am not worried about this. What we need to do is just keep an eye on it and make sure that it doesn't change or get bigger or anything like that. And most likely it's fine. So this year I had my mammogram, and the radiologist read it and said that there was an abnormal finding and they wanted to do a follow-up mammogram and ultrasound on it. And so that's what we're doing today. And so what I've just been resting in confidence is that it's the exact same situation as it was last year. And they're just doing their good medical due diligence to make sure that if they see something on imaging study that is abnormal, they follow up on it and make sure that it's not something that is going to be harmful to me. That is the responsible thing to do, rather than just assuming that everything is same as it was last year, just because last year it was benign. And so the thoughts that I've been, whenever it comes to mind, I'm not actively, diligently thinking about this topic every day. And that's how I approach most of my manifestations. Like, if I think about them, I will affirm for the outcome that I want, and then most of the time I just don't really think much about it, and that has worked great for me. If I am actively trying to change a belief, then I will like schedule repetition to get the belief changed. But I have a pretty good belief system about my health already. I've always gotten great news from the doctors. Like, my blood counts have always been good. My blood work is always great. So like, I don't have a lot of ugly beliefs. Like, even though I grew up obese, like, my health has never been seriously affected by that. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have sleep apnea. I don't have, diabetes or like a lot of these obesity associated medical conditions that can happen. And so I generally have good beliefs about my health already. So I am not trying to overcome a yucky belief system. If I was, I best believe I would be like going really ham on the good beliefs about my health. I would not be letting that go up to chance. So I am actually going to take you with me to my mammogram this morning. That way I can give you the real on how I am dealing with the uncertainty of a health outcome. I am not scared. Is there a part of my brain that recognizes from a medical standpoint that I am an at-risk population? Yeah, sure. Like I have a family history of cancer. I am of an age, right? Like I'm over 40. I am a woman. And so like, yeah, that puts me at risk for certain things, but like, just because I am an at-risk population doesn't mean that I need to, like, that I have to be the one to get sick. I don't tend to get sick. Eyebrows are done. Great. Now we could do skincare. And I know that seems probably pretty backwards in the way that I'm doing it, but that is what is working well for me. So we're gonna go in with the Dr. Dennis Gross chemical peel. This is the extra strength daily peel. If you watched the last vlog, I used the universal daily peel, which was medium spice. This is extra spice. I like to do this every few days. So like when I'm on my chemical peel regimen, I like to do an extra strength one every few days. It's a little too strong for my skin to want to get used to it doing it every day. So I do like mostly the daily peel, and then I'll do the extra strength sprinkled in. And I wore my hair curly for my date with Boo Bear last night, and I love these like little tendrils that it's giving. So we're gonna leave this on for 2 minutes, and then we will neutralize it with the neutralizing wipe, step 2. Also, gotta represent, it's Onyx Storm Day. My Amazon pre-order should be coming in today. I'm gonna start reading Onyx Storm today. I get to be with Zayden again, Ryerson Shadow Daddy represent. And after I go to my mammogram, I am treating myself to a Target trip, which I'm gonna take you on, and we're gonna get the Target special edition. So really, I think the only difference is the sprayed edges on the regular limited edition that I pre-ordered has multiple dragons on the side, and then the Target limited special edition has one dragon, which is gold, with smoke down the side. And I'm really excited for both. I cannot wait. I have been obsessed with the Empyrean series since it came out, and it was my introduction into fantasy romantasy. I had never read really anything like it before, and I loved it. Started reading Sarah J. Maas after, and honestly, I don't get the hype. Like, they're fine, but I think personally, Zayden is way more daddy than Rhysand or Cassian or Azriel or any of them. I would give a limb to have a man like Zayden. And so when I manifest for my specific person, I want a man like Zayden. Time to neutralize. Come back here, mirror. Have you read Fourth Wing? Have you read Iron Flame? Are you excited about Onyx Storm? I am beside myself. I have been so excited for months and months. I pre-ordered the day it came to Amazon with no cover. Like, I pre-ordered back in March, the literal day I found out, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see what happens. I've been re-listening to them on Audible. I'm almost done with Fourth Wing on Audible. I did not make it through Iron Flame on Audible, which is regrettable because I know that I've already forgotten quite a lot of what happens. But I'm not gonna wait to start reading Onyx Storm. Like, I care, but not enough to wait. The next thing is gonna be the CosRX Snail Mucin. If you've watched literally any other of my videos, you know I always use this. This is a daily use, multiple times a day. Every time I do my skincare, I use this product. I love it so much. I don't think I'm gonna put on makeup for this trip. I am gonna put on all my skincare and my eyebrows and some lips, and I think that that is the extent of the getting made up that we are going to do for this outing today. Always put the rest of your skincare on the back of your hands. Do not waste. I'm gonna go in, these are, again, I said this in the last video, I am not using Neutrogena brand. I just put the ampules in this because I like this packaging, but they are vitamin C. So the Neutrogena Rapid Tone Repair 20% vitamin C serum, I hated. So I just use this for the bottle, but I use the, I believe the brand's name is Skinworks Vitamin C. I believe they're 30%, but they're little 30% vitamin C serum ampules that look just like that. So you tear off the little top and then comes right on out. This was spicy to get used to also. I think I said that in the last vlog, but if you're not used to vitamin C and it burns a little bit at first, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to stop your vitamin C journey. It just means that your skin isn't quite used to it yet and it will adapt. Or at least mine did. I think most people's do. If you have extraordinarily sensitive skin, then don't take that advice. You know your skin best. And then lastly, we're going in with the Beauty of Joe Sun Relief plus Rice and Probiotics SPF 50 PA 4+. I don't care for this under my makeup, which is why I save it for non-makeup days. But I do like it overall. I think it's a very nice moisturizing sunblock. Will I repurchase? Not sure. My favorite sunblock of all time is the Peter Thomas Roth Vitamin D Dewy Sundrop, or Dewy. It's got a yellow top. Not using it today, but that is my holy grail. Works incredible under my Dior Forever Matte Foundation. It doesn't sting my eyes. It feels like a nice moisturizer. I really, really like that one. I haven't found anything that has unseated it from Holy Grail status. Okay, I think I can take this off now. Okay. I don't know how these influencers get it to like do the perfect peel. Even if I'm like really diligent about exfoliating my lips beforehand, which I was not for this time, I still feel like it needs like a water wipe to get the rest of everything off. Still like the product a lot though. All right, so that is everything for skincare. I'll bring you up close. The beauty filter is off. And this is I got hit in the face with my mouthpiece on a marching band gig the other day. So like this is like scab. This over here is a little bit of chapped, but that is the color. All right, I think we are ready to go. I'm gonna get myself together and we're gonna head out. Let's go. My tall hair hit the top of my car. Let's get some heat going because now I have heat in my car, which was a manifestation journey that I shared with you a couple weeks ago. How I manifested getting my car heater fixed for free without having to do anything.
By the time he gets to my neck, I'm a writhing flame beneath him, touching every part of him I can reach, stroking my hands down his arm.
That's fourth wing. All right, let's go. I do think that some caring entity organized for me to do my mammogram follow-up on the same day as Onyx Storm release, because I am just more excited about starting to read that book today than I am worried about any particular outcome with this mammogram. I know this mammogram is gonna be fine. And I will tell you, even if it appears that it's not fine, like say they see something on ultrasound that they don't like and they want me to do a biopsy, okay, it looks like it's not fine, it's gonna be just fine. Even if the biopsy comes back as something negative, okay, it looks like it's not fine, it's gonna be just fine. Just because something that you perceive as negative or that sounds negative on the surface may be happening to you, doesn't mean that it's not still benefiting you in like the best possible way ever. Whew, she bright out today, which I like. It is bitterly cold out today. I'm so glad that I have heat in my car. Every time I get in my car, I am so thankful. I was thankful, by the way, before the heater got fixed. That is how I manifested it, is whenever I would get in my car and I would feel the cold, like I don't have heat in my car, I'll be like, I'm so glad the heat in my car got fixed and I didn't even have to do anything about it. I'm so happy that happened. And now it's here and I am still so happy that happened because it's bitterly cold out, but I'm not bitterly cold. Anyhow, so what was I talking about? My little squirrel brain went off on a tangent and now I don't know what I was talking about. All right, I can take these off. I like this mauved color, although it's mauved with probably still a little bit of yesterday's red on it. It looks redder in the viewfinder than it does in the mirror, so that's fine. I think I was saying like I'm way more excited. Oh, I remember. I was talking about how like even if it looks really bad, it's still not, for me anyway, like this is my personal outlook on all things that occur in my 3D reality. Even if it looks really bad, it's not. Even if it sends you on a downward spiral for a little while, it's still not a bad thing. Like in my view, the worst things that happened to me in life, that have happened to me, were the biggest impetus for growth and like catapulting forward in my dream life wanting to have-ness. So when I was assaulted in 2018, I did not yet know about law of assumption, but I did have an optimistic outlook. I'm a Sagittarius. I love being a Sagittarius. To me, that works out to my benefit to believe in my Sagittariusness, and optimism is something that I just cannot get out of my system. So even after I was assaulted and all of the like PTSD that developed, the 80 pounds of weight gain, like losing everybody in my life, the absolute crumbling of my life that happened, I still in my mind had this idea that somehow, some way it's going to work out for my best, and it has. And so no matter what happens with the result of my mammogram today, even if it's like the worst possible outcome, it's still going to be the best possible thing to happen to me for me to have my dream life. That's like the bottom line of everything. And if you can adopt that outlook towards your 3D circumstances, then you will be absolutely unstoppable in the things that you want to experience and accomplish in your life. Nothing will hold you back because you will have a belief that it's all working out perfectly for you. Nothing is better than that belief, I will tell you that much. All right, we are here, but we're a little bit early, and so before we go in, I want to update my Finch app. All right, so this is my Finchy. Hi, Finchy. His name is Pickle. Hey, Pickle. All right, so this morning I vlogged. I drank water, I got out of bed, I washed my face, I made my bed. And that is enough to send Pickle on an adventure. Let's go, Pickle. There he goes. All right, but I really wanted to share this with you because yesterday I forgot, but it's time to hatch my micro pet for the month, and I've been waiting for 20 days to get this little guy. So that's him right there. Let's claim him. Look how cute. He's doing a little dance. His name is Caramel. The caribou. Have been waiting 20 days to get him, and he's so cute. All right, so we are gonna go get my mammogram, and then we're gonna go to Target and get Onyx Storm. Now, full disclosure, this is my Kindle. Still decorated for Christmas because Art the Clown is daddy, but I went ahead and got it on Kindle, so if I have to wait at all in the waiting room or anything like that, we're gonna start reading. So excited. All right, let's go. We about to go in. All right, we are done with the mammogram. They did not have to do an ultrasound. The mammogram was fine. Everything was normal. I talked to the same radiologist that I saw last year. She reviewed last year's imaging studies. Nothing to be concerned about. They were just doing their due diligence. So the manifesting process that I went through between December's mammogram and January's mammogram was simply affirming whenever it came to mind that I always get great news from the doctor, which has been historically true, so that's easy for my brain to latch onto and have lots of evidence of. And this further contributes to the evidence pile of I always get great news from the doctor. And then drawing on the evidence of last year's mammogram where they determined that it was nothing, and it was the same breast. I didn't know which breast it was. Same breast as last year. Everything was normal last year. Everything's gonna be just fine this time. And then the third thing that I always, and this just makes me feel good, it just builds confidence in my ability to handle difficult situations, is that no matter what the outcome of the mammogram is I'm gonna be just fine, and everything that I want in my reality is still mine no matter what the result of this mammogram is. And in fact, the result of this mammogram, whether it appears to be good or bad, is the reason that the life that I want is mine. So if you are faced with health challenges, do not let your mind spiral out into the worst possible scenarios. You know, if they come to your mind, obviously deal with them, but do not spiral, like do not indulge in the fear thinking. Tell yourself statements that are equally as likely to be true, which is everything is going to be just fine. So that is my experience with manifesting health outcomes. I will link the vlog where I discuss how I'm going to manifest this day back in, I think it was early December. I will link that in the description if you want to watch that and see how I handled that then at the time. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a book to buy, so I am gonna head over to Target and start the excitement of my day. So I'm sitting in the parking lot of Target. I just went in to go see if they had Onyx Storm, the special Target edition. They do not. And I open up TikTok and everybody is talking about how much bullshit is going on with this Onyx Storm Target edition, where there were barely any copies supplied to the Targets, and there were lines out the door at like Target's opening hours, and the majority of them sold to fucking resellers and they're trying to sell them for like $300 to $700 on Mercari and eBay and shit. And like, you know, when disappointing stuff happens like this, like I'm very disappointed. I'm grumpy at the 3D right now. I'm really grumpy at my 3D right now that they don't have them in stock, and that not only do they not have them in stock in my Target, but like the whole like reseller consumerism thing that's going on with this. I'm mad right now. I'm at Target at like, what time is it? It's 12:30, and apparently some people on TikTok got to their Targets like 10 minutes late and they were already sold out. Like it's absurd. So I'm grumpy at the whole thing. I don't know if I want to try and manifest that I get it, because I'm grumpy at the situation. Like I'm grumpy at the way that publishing has been handled recently. Like I get that publishing is there to make money and everything, but like who benefits from Target only selling this many of them? Resellers. Like Target doesn't benefit from that. It's not like they get anything from having the price jacked up. It's not like the publishing company gets anything from resellers. It doesn't benefit everybody to make it that limited that it would sell out in physical copies in 10 minutes. And I don't understand the point. And also there was no advertising that it was going to be a limited run. It was just the Target exclusive, right? And Target exclusives get reprinted all the time. So I don't know. I'm grumpy at the whole thing. I don't know if I'm going to try and manifest a copy. I really want it, but I'm also kind of mad about the whole scenario, which turns me off to it. So I imagine that once I calm down, probably I will still want it. It's such a turn off that things happen this way that I don't know if I even want to like participate and play along. It's just kind of gross to me. My Amazon limited first print special edition should be coming today, and that might be all that I care to try and do. I did order the European publication from Waterstones. That's already been shipped to me. That's on the way. I'll get that whenever I get that. And then historically I have bought the Spanish editions of these as well. So I will probably order that. But the Spanish editions that I have, like they are not limited editions or anything. They're just regular, like no fancy printed edges or anything like that. But those are the 3 editions that I have been consistently getting. Yeah, I don't know how to approach this, how I want to approach this. Like I know how to approach it, right? Like I determine the outcome that I want in my mind, and I rest in the assumption that the outcome will be mine. I don't know what outcome I want. Like initially I wanted the book, right? I was excited about the edition of it or whatever. But now that this has been revealed to me in my 3D, I don't know what I want anymore. I don't know that I want to even participate in this BS and still try and manifest the outcome that I want, or if I'm just so turned off to it. I'm grumped though. I'm grumped. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some lunch. I'm gonna go home. I have it on my Kindle already, so like I've already started reading it, obviously. I was reading it in the waiting room for my mammogram. So I'm gonna get some lunch. I'm gonna get a nice cozy lunch. I'm gonna go home, and I think I'm gonna just spend the rest of the day reading. I think that's what I wanna do. All right, I'm at home. I've been at home reading, and I have book mail. So I thought I would unbox it with you. There she is. It's interesting. So the top is all black and the bottom is like, but I'm like a little bit disappointed that this is considerably smaller than Iron Flame, simply because I want to be with these characters forever, and I am disappointed that I will only be with them for 500 some pages instead of, how many was Iron Flame? Over 600, but I feel like the word count on Iron Flame was ridiculous. So in the book, I'm 24 pages in. Should I switch now to reading? No, I want to wait. So like my American editions, I have not done any tabbing or bookmarking, but my European editions have historically been where I've done all of my annotating. So I think I'm gonna wait and I'll just read on Kindle for now, but I'm so happy to have her. It is the end of the day. We're taking the day off of my face. I use the Chatty LOA cleansing oil. I love this stuff. It takes makeup off great. I didn't wear any makeup today. Well, I did. I wore eyebrows and lip stain. So I did, but I didn't wear any face makeup. But it does a great job taking off like any kind of makeup. And it's really pleasant and comfortable to use. So I got more information about the Target scandal with Onyx Storm. I don't like the way that it was handled. I don't like the fact that some Targets only got like 10 copies. Like how? I don't understand. I did hear on TikTok that they are restocking it on February 1st. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see. I mean, I guess a little bit the manifestation already happened because I have the option of getting it on February 1st. I had Target, like I set up a thing for Target to notify me in the Target app, like when it comes out. I'm about to do the second step of my nighttime cleanse with the Skin Fix Foaming Oil Cleanser. I like this pretty well. It's a gentle, it feels good. A lot of times I take a shower at night. Tonight I can't be bothered. I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. I already took a shower today. I don't feel like taking another one, but I equally hate washing my face at the sink. I feel like there's no good way to do that without just getting water either everywhere all over you or everywhere all over the sink. Ay, ay, ay. All right. And I use Clean Skin Club cloths when I'm washing my face at the sink, and I do like them. They have a like weird smell, but I like when you first get them, they have kind of a weird smell. But I bought like an acrylic container that I keep on my vanity, and I think they like air out after they've been out of the box for a while, because I don't notice that smell. I only notice it when I very first open the package. All right, so I'm done washing my face. Squeaky clean. It really does feel nice. Like it's a moisturizing wash. I don't know if you can see my skin or not, but it feels nice. All right, I'm gonna go in with my nighttime actives, tretinoin, azelaic acid, and niacinamide. I get this from Curology. I've been using Curology for, I mean, at least probably 5 years. Before I moved here, I know that. I like it a lot. Saves me the trouble of going to a dermatologist when I don't really have any skin problems. I just want to have the healthiest, glowiest skin possible and ward off signs of aging as long as possible. And then on top of that, I'm gonna put my Cosrx Snail Mucin. I use this morning and night. If you have never used this before, I absolutely adore it. It feels so good on my skin. I love it so much. So nice. So today we talked about manifesting health outcomes, and we talked about a little bit of like how to deal with disappointment in the 3D. I'm curious to know if you've ever had a bad health outcome that you wish that you would have handled differently. Like once you became aware of manifesting, do you feel like your mind is supportive of overall good health, or do you feel like you may be contributing to your health decline with your shitty beliefs about your health or constantly ruminating on bad possible outcomes? All right, next I'm gonna go in with the Josie Maran Argan Milk Microdroplet Serum. And then lastly, I'm gonna go in with the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Face Butter. Now this one I do like quite a lot, and it is, I mean, it's also not cheap, but I feel like the amount of product that you get in it, I've been using this almost nightly for probably about a month now, and I'm not even halfway through. So like the cost per use, I feel like might be worth a repurchase. I do enjoy the way that it feels on my skin. All right, we're gonna go in with the Bigger Than Beauty Pout Hero. It's a lip balm. The sparkly cap was like a limited edition run that they did. It's a lip balm, and I like it quite a lot. I don't think they make this as an option anymore. They have a new similar thing that is like a plumping lip balm, and I like that. Comes in colors, and it also comes in no colors, but it's nice and thick and it coats. I think I want to do an eye mask also. I'm gonna put a little bit of an eye cream on, and then I'm gonna go in with an eye patch. This I really like, the CeraVe. They have two eye creams. I really like this one, the purple one, the CeraVe Skin Renewing Eye Cream Peptide Complex. I like this one a lot. I have tried both of them. I don't know what it is about this one, but like I feel like I actually notice a difference in my under eyes, whereas with the other one, it was just like moisturizer. I don't know if I even have any of this left. I need to rebuy it. A little bit. Nice. Yeah, I like this. I don't know what kind of crack they put in this. I'm gonna let that set for a second, and then I'm gonna use my Dew silicone under eye patches. I love these. These are so thin and flexible. They feel really comfortable under the eyes. I don't like eye patches that feel really stiff under the eyes, and these don't. All right, and then last thing is I am using generic Latisse Bimatoprost. I always get the pronunciation wrong. This is my last bottle of it, and I have a non-prescription lash serum coming in the mail at the end of January that has latanoprost, which is a similar medication to Bimatoprost, but this particular one that I am getting is not prescription. So I'm gonna try it out and see if it works as well as the prescription. Because if I don't have to fuss with getting a prescription, getting somebody to write me a prescription, then I'm not gonna. But the Bimatoprost has worked great. I used it for about 3 months last year, and my lashes got thick and long. And then I was just like, okay, that's too much lash. They were touching the top of my eyebrow, and I was like, all right, that's too much lash. Let's chill out. But now that I'm using falsies, it would be nice to have more lashes to glue the falsies to. So we're going back. We're going back. All right, that is everything. We are ready for bed. I'm going to crawl into bed and keep reading Onyx Storm and hopefully not fall asleep too late. I have an orthodontist appointment in the morning. I am going to see what options I have for straightening my teeth. I had braces when I was in high school, but the retainer that they gave me irritated my gums, and I was not a responsible young adult, and so I did not go back and have it fixed or refitted, and so my teeth have shifted. My teeth are fine, like they don't bother me, but it would be nice to have them perfect. Mostly this one here has turned, and then there's a little bit of like gap that has resulted. But like my teeth are mostly straight. So I'm gonna see what my options are. If it is inexpensive and short, I might do it. If it is expensive and not short, I'm not gonna bother because it's not that big of a deal. So I'm gonna do that in the morning. But if you have manifesting topics that you want to discuss, drop a comment below. I am very interested to discuss any of the questions that you have. And I do have a goal of monetizing by the end of March 2025. So if you feel like this gave you benefit and you feel like the information was useful, please do interact with it, subscribe, comment, share, like, and that way YouTube will know that it's valuable and they will send it out to more people so that they know that they can take the woo-woo out of manifesting too. Thank you so much for watching this vlog, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.